All right, pre-show shenanigans over the weekend. Went to a Coldplay concert. Quick little side tangent. Excellent concert. I looked up. It's the fourth highest grossing concert of all time. Taylor Swift's concert, according to online sources, Taylor Swift's concert wasn't in the top 10 cap. It's definitely probably number fucking one. But they claim Coldplay as the fourth highest grossing tour ever, and it was at the Rose Bowl. So yeah, the Coldplay segment just ended. We're now talking about the Rose Bowl. It was at the Rose Bowl, and I would talk about, they can fill up the Rose Bowl and UCLA can't. But this isn't a segment shitting on UCLA. Okay, this has nothing to do with them. This is actually
maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
This is more so a demand for the Big Ten Conference and moving forward. So nothing has been disclosed or proven yet. But the rumor is that once the College Football Playoff goes to a 12-team format, that the Rose Bowl will not be a College Football Playoff bowl game anymore. So under the previous system, the two semifinals were a rotation between either Rose and Sugar, Orange, and
Cotton. Cotton Bowl is in there, isn't it?
Cotton Bowl's in that rotation, but Orange Bowl, they're matched up with, I think, Fiesta.
Yes.
And Cotton Bowl is with, God damn it. What's the last
Chick-fil-A?
one?
Peach Bowl?
No, Peach Bowl. Peach Bowl, yes. So it'd be a rotation like that. But the rumors are starting next year when they go to 12 teams, for some reason, they're taking the Rose Bowl out of the mix, even though it's the best bowl game out of them all. Makes no sense. So first things first, this is a formal request to the Big Ten that the Big Ten Conference Championship game should be moved from Indianapolis to the Rose Bowl. Okay, if we're not going to do the Rose Bowl anymore, at least put the Big Ten championship game at the Rose Bowl because, hey, Pac-12 is now Big Ten. And even beforehand, the Rose Bowl historically was Pac-12 conference championship versus Big Ten conference championship. So historically, that's what the matchup was supposed to be. So it wouldn't even be weird if they make it a Big Ten thing. It's already a Big Ten bowl game. So yeah, let's make the Rose Bowl the Big Ten conference championship game site. Let's start with that. But second, while I was at the stadium, sitting there, I could not help but think to myself, Chris Martin is currently rocking this stage or this stadium. They said there was 60,000 at the Rose Bowl. It seemed like there was way more than that. But when that energy from the crowd I was seeing, I don't go to many NFL games. I don't go to many crazy 100,000. Well, that wasn't 100,000, but I don't get to see those crazy environment atmospheres. But what I was watching at, all I could think about was, damn, CJ, JSN, and Marv absolutely lit Utah's DBs the fuck up in Rose Bowl, just in that stadium where I was sitting just 2 years prior, Everett. That's the only thing I could think about. And did a fly startle you? Don't tell me it's a mosquito. What's going on here? A bee?
Dude, I don't know.
A wasp?
I don't know what this thing is. It's like a big bug.
Show it. Camera.
No, it's like it's moving too fast for me to get with the camera.
Get it right now.
Hold on, let me see if I can capture. Give me a second.
Take your webcam. Let me see. Take the webcam.
Dude, it's hiding from me now.
You see the lack of communication on this podcast,
guys.
Right.
Wait, hold on.
No, he's not gonna get it. I know he's not gonna get it. He's about to come back. He might have a little fake little bug thing. This is probably a bit. I don't know what he's got planned over there, but I don't really like this. I don't really know where this is going. You didn't get it, did you?
I did not want to climb onto my hand.
Okay.
It was a ladybug.
Ooh, fuck. Definitely had to stop the pod for that. Ladybugs, if you put them under the microscope, those things look like devious killers. If you see them up close, they do not look friendly.
Yeah. No, it was either the ladybug or like the imposter ladybugs that just like smell whack. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but educate me. What?
They look like ladybugs, but they're like called like Japanese like bug. I don't know. They're
fake ladybug
something like that
right now.
It's like not as red as ladybugs, and they just smell gross.
Okay, so they're saying difference between ladybugs and Asian ladybugs.
Yeah,
that's the first thing that pops up on Wikipedia.
That's what they're called.
Potentially an invasive yellow ladybug.
Yep.
native to Asia.
Yeah, and it smells disgusting.
Yeah, that's what they are saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to quickly go back to the point there that the only thing I could think about was CJ Stroud was lighting it up on that field against Utah, against Clark Phillips, against Cam Rising, against Kyle Whittingham. Against a very great Utah team right now. But yeah, let's just say sitting in that stadium, the only thing I could think about was football. The only thing I could think about was, oh my God, imagine this stadium with Ohio State playing. Now that would get the people going more than
bumping.
Okay. I mean,
bumping.
That would be Viva La Vida. Okay. That would be Viva-ing La Vida. Okay. Watching Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Holy shit. Rose Bowl is spectacular. It's beautiful. Magnificent almost. Almost. Remember, UCLA plays there, so it doesn't.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That word. But yeah, that's what I had. Fun little experience. The house that Marv built.
Yeah, and I had a ladybug.
Yeah. Equal. Some might say the ladybug's even bigger than watching the place where Marv.
Thing did scare me though. I was a little startled.
You were startled, 100%. You can't deny.
I didn't know what was.
The tape. We literally got.
Yeah, I didn't know what was coming at me, and I just flew at my face.
Exactly, but big week coming up ahead. Actually, kind of a bit of cap there, kind of a down week for me personally. But Everett, without further ado, sorry, gotta scroll up real quick. All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today it is episode 157, and the greatest sporting month of the year is finally here, everyone. The wait is over. Also, Everett's birth month, but I mean, that's not a reason to be hyped over October. But the greatest sporting month of the year is finally here. MLB playoffs are set. Conference play in college football is ramping up. And the NFL is still king. Shout out T Swift. But also, Everett, NBA Media Day was today. And there's just a quick little thing about NBA Media Day I wanted to bring up. Every year he steals it. Every single year. I woke up this morning and I was like,
it's like Christmas morning.
I wasn't quite aware today was Media Day, but after about 6 seconds on Twitter, I knew
figured out pretty quick. Yeah.
Right away what day it was. Jimmy Butler decided to go emo Butler. He went back in his feels era. Okay. So Jimmy Butler rocking the emo haircut for Media Day. Last year, he of course grew out the hair, had the long dreads, trolled media, and then for opening night, back to his normal haircut, did not have the dreads. But and
it was his picture too, by the way, for the whole year.
Yeah.
I think at one point they took him out and put in his 2K character picture.
Well, it was the 2K player at one point, and then they got sick of it and they moved it back to like 3 years ago. His like really old Media Day pick. They were like, all right, we're done with this shit. But like for a month or two, they had dreads Jimmy in for 2K, but eventually they were like, all right.
No, I'm saying in the NBA, the NBA literally used for his picture.
No, that as well.
For his lineup picture, used 2K.
I think the NBA itself kept using that Jimmy picture for a while. They had to keep going. But let's just say Jimmy stole the show again. I really wish just at least for like 1 week he did the emo hair. Just for 1 week.
You know how hard that would be to play with it too?
Yeah, it's just,
oh my God.
He literally has design so it covers one of his eyes so he like really looks emo. Like he was probably crying laughing the night before when his like hairstylist or whatever did. He's in there's like, make it worse. Make it look worse. This doesn't look bad enough.
So here's the question. What hairstyle is he going to come up with next year? You gotta put it down now.
So I know you don't like the Saints, but Cameron Jordan gets very, very creative with his NFL Media Day pictures.
He does.
And so I think the next step is facial hair. Now, I'm not sure how exactly he can differentiate himself. Cam Jordan, he had a mean handlebar for a year or two on Media Day. I'm trying to think. There's definitely a lot of real estate there that he can work with. You know, he's got a lot of things.
You know what? I'm still sticking with the normal hair, not facial hair. All right. I think that's just a plus. I would say next year, if you're one-upping it, you got to do the whole, like, was it 1300s, 12, like the monk haircut that you got going on, or not monk haircut, Christian disciples, how they had like the whole like
We're talking like
ring.
a friar. You're talking a friar right now.
Yeah, you got the whole shave top and the
like
whole
a
ring around
reverse
the side.
bowl cut, where instead of shaving around the side, you just shave the
top, and then you got the side.
Okay. Potentially that could we'll leave that on the table. Hopefully he sees this and get some ideas. I just want to say Tyler Hero, I think, was trying to be like a little funny. They got a picture of Jimmy, Hero, and Bam. Big three there. Rip Damian Lillard in Miami. But like I think Tyler Hero is also going for like a little something, but I just want everyone to remember, like, Tyler Hero was floating around in those trade rumors all off season. Like, ironically, after
I also
Dame
just
got
want to
announced
add
to Milwaukee,
two, by the way.
Yeah.
After the trade that went through for Dame to Milwaukee, obviously Drew Holiday was part of that. The Heat put in an offer for Drew Holiday to Portland.
Yeah, no.
And Portland also was just like, nah, double fuck you.
Miami. I don't know who Portland's owner is, but him and Pat Riley do not get along.
No.
It's very funny. Very funny. Just look at that Dame trade that they got. I bet the Heat had a better offer than that, and they were still just like, nope, you can go to Milwaukee. We know they'll choke. It's just.
And yet somehow the Heat will make it to the conference championship again this year with nothing.
Yeah, I'm way more confident in that than the
how it happens every year, I really don't know.
Like I can already see it now. Middleton's getting hurt in February. I mean, we know how this is gonna go. We know how this is gonna happen.
We got Dame now.
Yeah, it's Dame time. Dame time. Watch out, Milwaukee. Watch out. But that's kind of all I had on the NBA. It was just Jimmy. Stole the show once again. Jimmy Butler. This is his day. I mean, arguably his biggest day of the year.
Well, until he carries the Celtics to the Heat through the entirety of the playoffs. He made it in
the bubble, so I mean, who cares? Who cares about
Still to this day, though, him on the side.
I will go on record saying that bubble championship was harder than a normal NBA championship. The MLB one, though, yeah, that was Mickey Mouse. That one was Mickey Mouse.
They got us on that one. They got us on that one.
That one wasn't legit. But okay, actually, while we're talking a little bit of Mickey Mouse, we can move on to our Mickey Mouse team. MLB playoffs are set, Everett. The MLB playoffs are set. I got the full playoff picture out right here. I could quickly go over it. Actually, you know what? We're here. Quick World Series predictions. I would go revisit what we predicted preseason, but I don't have those pulled up. So
yeah, no, that's on the unnamed intern. He was supposed to collect that information. He dropped the ball on that one like he did earlier in the week.
Drops the ball a lot.
Yeah, he dropped the ball. Well, this past weekend too. New unnamed intern tryouts.
Intern replacement. Oh my! I mean, hey! Nothing is.
He's dropped the ball twice in the past 3 days, so
more than that. But we won't talk about the other ones. But okay, MLB playoff set. I'll start with the NL, Everett, and then we'll make our way to the AL. So Braves locked up that 1 seed. Dodgers locked up that 2 seed. Slightly different format now, where the 1 and 2 seed both
have buys. Yep.
So slightly different.
Good for us.
Yes, good for us. We'll start the other matchup. The 5 seed Marlins will be taking on the 4 seed Phillies, and the winner of that will take on Atlanta. And the 3 seed Milwaukee Brewers will take on the 6 seed Arizona Diamondbacks. God damn it, Cincinnati. The Reds should have made it this year. But the Brewers will be taking on the D-backs, and the Dodgers will face the winner of both opponents in the AL.
Yeah.
Not the AL. Everett. The Orioles are the number 1 seed in the AL. They are the number 1 seed. The kind of as expected preseason, but if you're checking out the All-Star break, probably wouldn't assume this, but the Astros are the 2 seed. They will also get a first round bye. Fuck you.
I haven't looked good lately too, by the way, just saying.
No. It was a choke job more than anything. The reason why they're the 2 seed. And the Minnesota Twins will be taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. The winner will take on the Astros. And then the Texas Rangers, Corey Seager and co., will be taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Winner will take on the Orioles.
So I do remember when the season started, I called out the Rays and I think the Braves. I think that was my matchup, was Rays and Braves.
That sounds right. Yeah.
That sounds about right. Because I remember we were both like, yeah, I mean, we love Dodgers are going to be.
I think I
in it.
100% said Dodgers. Yankees.
Dodgers, Yankees. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely what I said.
But I think I was like, yeah, I love that. But I think if I was making a real thing, it'd be
Yankees are awful. So
it would be Rays and Braves, which still is possible.
Yeah.
Now if we're gonna make our
more
selection,
likely than Dodgers Yankees. That's for sure.
How Luca feel about that one? But all right, if we're gonna make our predictions, do we want to do every game or just the
No, just World Series.
World Series? So
I'm not going through the whole thing right now. We have no idea how it's going to work out. No one thought.
No, I think that the NL side, it's obviously between the Dodgers and the Braves. I would love to say the Dodgers, but the last time we played the Braves, kind of got executed on national television outside of Mookie. So,
wasn't our best series.
No, I'm a little concerned about that. And with the time off,
if Ronald Acuna is just a below average baseball player, okay, I'm not even talking average. If he was just below average, we lose in 5. I think Acuna went 1 for 29 in that series. He was literally an auto out. And it's Acuna we're talking about here. Acuna. So if he just played mid, they would have easily beat us.
Yeah, so I would love to see the Dodgers in it, but I think the Braves are going to come out of the NL. And out of the AL.
Way more open this year. Way more
Everybody is mid. I think that the Rays could make a little run. The
I'd
Twins
be fine
are going
with any team you could say, except
besides Houston.
Besides Houston. There's only one team in the AL that I can almost guarantee will lose in their first round of the playoffs.
Oh, the Twins. Yes. Yeah. No, they're getting murdered. They're getting murdered by the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays. That's so fucked. That's fucked up. They gotta play the Blue Jays, bro. That's fucked up.
And I'm not gonna lie though, the matchup for the Blue Jays going into that Houston game, it's not bad for them.
Yeah, we'll see.
Not bad.
We'll see. We got to keep it up. I like literally the one thing I love about that. Well, I don't really like this about the MLB playoffs, but you actually have an advantage being the lower seed. If you just split those first 2 games and now you essentially have a home series. That's
I what I will say, you know what? I'm just gonna disregard Houston as a team because I'm hoping they're gonna lose.
That's fine.
So I think that out of the AL is gonna be the Rays or the Orioles somehow, but
pick.
Fuck it. Orioles.
Okay. I like it.
Gotta go with the wagon.
I like it. So if I'm gonna do my World Series predictions, I'm gonna go you
got to do it for the boys. Come on.
Yeah, Dodgers over Astros in 6.
Thank you.
In 6.
See, the way that this works is I have to be the fan that is constantly just like, fuck, like it's
the reverse of football.
Yeah.
I'm the over optimistic and you're a little more down to earth. But for this, I mean, this playoff run, Everett, laser focus.
It's possible.
Laser focus. So one thing we're doing different this year than in past years. So I hate, we have a week off. Like the first game we'll play in the playoffs is in 6 days, 5 days by the time this comes up. It'll be October 7th on Saturday. That'll be our first game of the playoffs. In the past, we've taken that week off. Okay. Right now, maybe a year ago right now, Trey Turner might have been in Cancun for 4 days before the playoffs started. I have no fucking clue. This year, we're having a different approach, okay? The Dodgers will be hosting inter-squad scrimmages every single day leading up to Game 1 of the NLDS. One of those games will be open to the fans and the public. I'm not sure when, but hey, there will be a fan scrimmage experience at Dodger Stadium this week, but we have a completely different approach to this 6 days of rest leading the playoffs than we have in prior years, which could end up making a big difference. Pitching wise, yes, all of them bubble wrap. Everyone sit in a dark room and do not even look at another person. I swear, if anyone gets hurt, pitching staff over the next 6 days, I'm going to be livid. However, the hitters.
Is Kershaw back? Is Kershaw back, by the way?
Kershaw quote says, "My shoulder feels great. I am very happy with how Dave Roberts treated my injury this season." Dave did not rush him back this year. We really couldn't. Like, we need these pitchers. But Kershaw will start game 1. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. But quick little Dodger breakdown. Last little thing we got. Fun fact, Everett. The Dodgers won their last game of the season on Sunday, which was their 100th win of the season. Now, I remember earlier around July or August when we were both like, this is the worst fucking Dodger team we've ever seen in our lives. It got to a point where I said, believe it or not, Everett, this team's going to win 100 games, despite we know it's one of the worst Dodger teams we've seen in recent memories. They're still going to win 100. They ended up doing that. The Dodgers
4 seasons in a row, I think.
The Dodgers are the first team in MLB history with 4 straight 100-win seasons in 162-game seasons. 2020 doesn't count, but 2019, 21, 22, and this year, all 100-win seasons, the only team in MLB history to do that. So the Dodgers are literally doing historical, like legitimate, never been done before in the oldest sport in America. They're breaking records right now. Locked in, laser focus. Okay. It's an 100-win team.
Yeah.
We
all
can
that
win
matters.
the World Series. We can
all
win
that
the World
matters
Series this
is
year.
the ability to coach and play in the playoffs.
So this is my breakdown. This is how the Dodgers are going to win the World Series. First things first, Mookie and Freddie need to continue playing like MVP caliber players to win. Okay. What they're doing right now needs to continue to happen. That didn't happen last year. However, if these two guys aren't playing like MVP calibers, it's already over. Okay. So that's a given. Let's get that out of the way. Mookie and Freddie got to be Mookie and Freddie, which I know will happen, but they do need to be themselves for us to have a shot. But here's the actual like key players. We need to see some step up performances. Will Smith and JD Martinez. JD Martinez, after coming back from injury post All-Star break, is missing some time, but he's been amazing. He's been hot at the plate. We really need JD to step up in that 4 or 5 spot for us, depending on how the lineup's really working around. But it's Will Smith. It's Will Smith that's going to be the key in this series, Everett. So Mookie and Freddie are 1 and 2. Will Smith batting third. Mookie and Freddie right now are hitting doubles at a rate that I've never seen before. Freddie has the all-time franchise record for the Dodgers, doubles in a single season. He's absolutely smashing the ball. Mookie's obviously been having an MVP caliber season in that leadoff spot, also hitting bombs too. He set the franchise record for most leadoff home runs in a season. So we know 1 and 2 will get on base, okay? But it's Will Smith. If Will Smith can extend those innings, and then we got JD Martinez and Muncy up. Muncy, I just need like 1 home run per series. I'm not asking much out of you, babe. But it's JD and Will Smith. Like, you guys need to get on base. They need to get hits. But here's the breakdown.
And what I will say real quick with Will Smith, before you say what you're about to say, before you say that, he's historically performed well in the playoffs, no matter what has happened before entering the playoffs.
Both have been amazing in the playoffs. Like, genuinely, to a degree, I'm actually more concerned about like Freddie than fucking JD Martinez to a degree. But Will Smith has looked very bad since the All-Star break. Pre-break, he had an 890 OPS, absolutely smacking the shit out of the baseball, the Will Smith we know and love. But since the All-Star break, he's had a 701 OPS. In the month of September, he's had a 203, 327, 329 slash line. Not good. Will Smith, we need to see some improvement from our 3-hitter. There were many Dodger fans. I wasn't really jumping on this train, but I probably should have. I was thinking for a while, we should probably move Will Smith down in the lineup. He's not producing in the 3 spot. Let's move him down.
But Muncy at 3?
Muncy or JD up. Like, literally just not him, because like, if he's just an auto out as our number 3 and we got Freddie on second with no outs, like, we got to at least be putting the ball in play. We got to at least be doing something here. We cannot be striking out with no outs, runners in scoring position. That's unacceptable. So this team, we need to see some step ups from Will Smith. We need to see some step ups. JD has been stepping up, but I need to see that performance sustained and continue throughout October, or else shit, I mean,
Man, you know what I just realized?
might be a tough first.
You know what
week.
I just realized?
No, but
Gavin Lux, man. Fuck.
I forgot to say this last week, but Gavin Lux, he's a great follow on Twitter. If you haven't followed him, he's been really funny this year because he has been playing. But last week, Gavin Lux tweeted out, "Why the hell is Ryan Day screaming at me about Lou Holtz on my screen?" It was so funny. He was just clowning. He's just a college football guy at heart. Like he's just a homie. Like he's like 24 years old. Like he's just a bro. But Lux, God damn it, if he was
in the lineup, dude, for the playoffs.
And it'd be a lefty too. Wow. Wow. Shit. Okay. But yeah, hey, 100-win season. Keep the focus in, boys. I know it's football season. I know it is, but just for a little bit of time throughout the day, just devote your attention to the Dodgers. All right. We're making moves here. Oh, last thing I want to say about our immediate matchup between the Brewers and the D-backs. So I'm repping the D-backs today. And this is more so repping Randy Johnson than anything. I'm not really repping Arizona itself. But here are the Dodgers' numbers against the D-backs and the Brewers. So this season, among all the other 29 teams in the MLB, this is also the first year that every team has played each other. So there is data points for against every opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Of all the teams Dodgers have played, they have the 10th highest OPS against the Diamondbacks with an 850 team OPS. Let me repeat that one more time, Everett. An 850 team OPS against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Number one is the Oakland A's, but they're an outlier. But we got an 1100 OPS against them. Outlier, though. The Brewers, we have a 737 team OPS against them, 21st. Ranked among the 29 teams we're playing against. So yeah, we do hit the D-backs. We know how to hit the D-backs. The Brewers could be a little scary. So we're Team Arizona this week. In case you were wondering why I got the jersey on, we are.
Yeah, I would much rather play against Seth Beer and the Diamondbacks than Christian Yelich in the playoffs.
Give me Seth Beer. Give
now,
me Corbin Carroll.
all I will say,
Kelly, give me that.
All I will say is I personally have watched the Dodgers implode versus the Diamondbacks before, so it's got me a little spooked. But
a lot of data points though. We play them a lot.
It is better to play them than the Brewers, especially in a series.
I think so. And although Woodruff is hurt right now, one of Milwaukee's top starters, he is.
Yeah,
hurt.
But also think about our pitchers. So.
Oh yeah, that's like the one thing. Like I didn't even discuss the pitchers because I don't want to jinx them at all. So no comment on the pitching staff for this episode. But okay, all right. College football. I got a quick little tiny thing about USC Colorado. It was a good week. It was a fun week of college football, but you know, there's too much shit to talk about in the NFL. But okay, USC Colorado. Now Tulane was playing at the time, so I know you didn't get to see. But the first and second halves of this game felt like I
did see the start of the game and the very end of the game. Okay. Whatever happened in the middle, I have no idea. I left and it was like 30-7 when I looked at the TV. And I came back and it was 48-41. I was like, what the fuck happened?
So the first half kind of went like how people were expecting. USC kind of running away with it. They were up 34-7 right before the half. Then Colorado went on a 34-14 run. We'll put that in air quotes. It was a college basketball run, literally. But they went on a 34-14 run to end the game. In terms of the USC offense, the way it looked like to me, it looked like once they went up 34-7, that they just took the foot off the gas and like really stopped going at it. Like the run blocking went to absolute shit in the second half. Colorado actually got pressure on Caleb a couple times in the second half.
Do you think that it actually would have been better for them to have pulled their starters?
Oh, no. What I was going to say.
But the reason I say that is not because of okay, yeah, like maybe they're not as good players, right? So they're going to get blown up. On the contrary, I think the effort would have been way higher, so they might have played better.
If Miller Moss went in, yeah, the offense would have been executing at a higher level, literally off of effort and care than the ones at that point. Okay. this is what I want to say. Like the offense, it literally seemed like they took the foot off the gas, started sleepwalking in the second half, and we're on to Arizona, who does not. We don't need to move on from our current opponent for Arizona. Regardless, it's the defense that we got to talk about today. In terms of the USC defense, I wouldn't necessarily say they took their foot off the gas like the USC offense. All the concerns I had preseason about the lack of tackling, secondary play, the corners, lack of depth up front, they all came to fruition. And all my concerns I had about the USC defense, I was like, oh my God, they're all still here. They're all still here. Nothing actually changed. We didn't fix shit. Arizona State last week should have been the wake-up call. Like, oh, we're in for a long season. This is the wake-up call, if that one wasn't enough.
Well, don't worry. Lincoln Riley is not going to realize that anything's wrong.
Oh, after the game, Lincoln Riley was asked, what are your confidence levels or trust in Alex Grinch with the defense moving forward? And he said, full trust, full faith. I forget the exact quote, but it was like 3 words, like I fully trust him or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're not winning. They're not winning a playoff game as long as he's there.
And so another thing after the game, former Ohio State safety, now at USC, Bryson Shaw, the reporters were asking him questions, kind of setting him up to, tear down Grinch a little bit. They kind of wanted him to shit on Grinch a little, but Bryson Shaw, he's an Ohio State man. He has character. He said, Coach Grinch puts us in the perfect positions. We're letting him down. It's our fault. He's not the reason we're missing tackles. Like, that's our fault. He took full responsibility, full accountability, didn't put anything on Grinch, said, like, we're letting him down. Like, it's our fault that you guys come out here and make fun of him after every week. And Bryson Shaw, I tip the cap. I respect the shit out of you for saying that. However, as a man with a past with Alex Grinch, as my defensive coordinator at Ohio State in 2018, Alex Grinch has been a Power 5 defensive coordinator for over 7 years now, and he has never, ever done a good job. Just
like Ed Donatel.
Even if he has elite talent, he's never done a good job. And
he's the Ed Donatel of the college football.
I do want to say that I don't think USC has the personnel to be a top 10 defense in the country this year. So
no,
it's not like he's underperforming with the talent he has. However, it's with the way the defense looking, what makes you think Alex Grinch is going to start recruiting big dogs that want to play for him? Who would want to take a chance on this new USC defense based on what you see right now? And I fear that this is going to be Oklahoma 2.0 all over again. 56, 54 games. And then the second you go up against Georgia in a big time D-line, you get smoked on national television. I have a fear that that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, the trenches are not good on either side, to be honest.
It's not looking great. It's for USC. That was just like disheartening. It was just like,
that's kind of a notable thing though with Lincoln Riley is Lincoln Riley can get stars. He can get the skill players.
Well, I want to say he can recruit quarterbacks and O-linemen.
That's why I said
receivers.
He got Zacharias Branch.
Zachariah Branch, yes.
Zachariah Branch, thank you.
But remember,
pretty good. He's a pretty good guy.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I think Zachariah Branch.
He got Jordan Addison to transfer.
Exciting keyword transfer.
But still, that's a part of recruiting.
No.
It is a part of recruiting.
No problems there. It's the wide receiver development. Other than CeeDee Lamb, what Oklahoma receiver has developed under Lincoln Riley?
Marvin Mims.
Well, he wasn't there last 2 years. Or last year at Link.
But still, Mims
was excellent as a true freshman. He was excellent. Production only went down from there. CeeDee Lamb, I would argue that, look at his stats. Marvin Mims' freshman year was his best year.
No. I'm thinking about what other wide receivers. Nothing to do with Marvin. I've experienced Marvin Mims. I understand.
Lamb, the production, if I have this correct, did improve throughout his course at Oklahoma. But I want to say that CeeDee Lamb showed up as a true freshman. He was dominating. Okay, he was scoring touchdowns against Oklahoma in the college football playoff.
He's had good running backs though. Wide receivers is a little bit but like Joe Mixon was there, wasn't Samaje Perine was there for a bit. He had Kyler Murray. So
no,
running back.
The quarterbacks are don't get me wrong. he's had good running backs as well. He doesn't develop receivers, and they don't even hide it. They had to go to the portal to go get Jordan Addison this year. Scramble. Mario Williams, remember that guy? I haven't heard from his name in the last 2 years. He's dead to the program. They had to go get Dorian Singer to come in and save the offense. And Zachariah, a true freshman, is starting. 18-year-old.
But I
What
mean,
about
he's
the other
pretty
receivers?
disgusting. He's
Jerry
nice.
Rice's, he's amazing. Jerry Rice's son is looking much better this year. Don't get me wrong. Brendan Rice
I experienced it last year.
Brendan Rice is not elite. It's just like I want to see some more development out of that room. I want to see some more development out of the USC wide receivers. I would go as far as say we don't even hide it anymore. We literally go to the portal every single year now to go get new guys because the ones we've been developing aren't developed, and we know that they can't start, so we got to go get new guys.
All right.
God, I hate this.
Oh,
I hate this.
Grant just started DJing over there.
Wait.
No, now you're good. Yeah, now you're good.
This is what I'm gonna say. CeeDee Lamb from his freshman year to his
I thought I heard breaking news, and then that was in your mic.
No, I was gonna get on Branch. But CeeDee Lamb from his freshman year to his junior year, as a player, as a wide receiver, I didn't see much development or improvement. He just happened to be a stud from the day he showed up. I have a feeling that might be the same thing with Branch. I'm not sure how much development we've seen.
NFL time.
Wait. Got to do my Heisman rankings.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Actually, real quick, we'll do the team rankings, but this one's not controversial.
Do you have two today or one? Oh, yeah. I got you. You're good.
I'll just say it real quick. Michigan, Texas, Ohio State, Georgia, Florida State, Penn State, Oregon, Washington, USC, Notre Dame. That was 10-1. Notre Dame's my number one team. Michigan's my number one team in the country, though. Michigan's my number one team in the country. We got in a debate the other week. Opponents played. Who have you played? And I dropped Michigan severely last week from the 2 spot to the 6 spot because they've played no one. And ironically, after being a tough and devious Nebraska Cornhuskers team, I've now moved them from 6 to my number 1 spot.
Where's Texas again? Where do you have Texas at?
2.
Okay. You know what? I can take that.
Georgia. The whole point of this is Georgia is not now a top 3 team in the country.
No, they're not. And what I'm also going to say is, as much as we all love to hate on Texas, horns down, they look like the best team in the nation right now.
I wouldn't say,
in my opinion, based on who they've played and based on the way that they're playing right now.
But Everett,
they look like one of the top
10-10 with Wyoming in the 3rd quarter the other week.
And what was the end score?
But this is my question. Why do they? But they won 38-7. And for Ohio State, it's what the fuck with this team? You guys were down 7-0 to Western Kentucky. Awful garbage.
Hey, I never said that.
That's kind of the impression I'm getting from the overall college football community.
That's different from my impression, though.
But my question is, Texas. It was 10-10 with Wyoming in the 3rd quarter.
It ended not being 10-10.
They ended up winning that game 31-10.
But it's the same thing. If was it 2 years ago where Bama lost? It was like a tied game versus Texas A&M. They ended up losing it in OT or some shit, right? Let's say if they had won that game, Bama wouldn't have gotten.
Recollection of Alabama ever losing to Texas A&M, other than the GOAT himself, Johnny Manziel.
No, this was like 2 years ago with Bryce Young. I think it was Texas A&M.
Bryce Young 1000% did not lose to that Texas A&M team. No, he did not.
Hold on. What was it? Yeah, 2021. Alabama 38, Texas 41. Texas A&M 41 in October 9th, 2021. 2 years ago. Texas A&M beats number 1 Alabama 41-38 on the last play field goal.
Huh.
You're living in a Mandela effect right now.
Holy shit. That was 2 years ago. Well, fuck. In a week from today, 2 years ago on the day.
Yeah.
God, why have I blanked this from my... Oh, I know why I removed this from my memory. I know why. Because this was the Jameson Williams breakout game, and everyone on Twitter was just like, of course Alabama lost because they have an Ohio State receiver playing.
Okay. All right. NFL time. First thing I just want
Devon Chain, 7 carries, 34 yards in that game, baby. We knew it.
First thing I
We
want to
knew
say, AFC South, somehow everybody is tied at 2-2.
Oh, hold up. Heisman rankings, Everett.
Oh, correct.
This one's
Correct.
actually getting uploaded.
This one actually matters.
And this one's, I'm actually shocked with the general college football TikTok community. They seem to really like the Heisman rankings, even though, in my opinion, it's way too fucking early to be doing this. And I bet 6 of the names I'm about to list will not be in the top 10 at the end of the year, but okay.
Probably not.
Caleb Williams, Michael Penix. That Caleb Williams was a little too loud. We're gonna do that. Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, Quinn Ewers, Bo Nix, Jordan Travis, Sam Hartman, Dylan Gabriel, Cam Ward, Drew Aller, and JJ McCarthy. I was kind of shocked the other week seeing people throwing Kyle McCord in that 10 spot, and people were like, yeah, Kyle McCord gets the credit now. I don't understand at this point. It seems like there's some people in the media who are like, well, Kyle McCord went down and led that drive at the end of the game. He was excellent.
Yes, because one drive means you are a Heisman quarterback.
No, I'm on your side here. It's the Heisman Trophy Award. It's a narrative media award, which I kind of wanted to keep Shedeur Sanders on this list, like literally just because it's about storylines. And I know Sam Hartman lost to Ohio State, but what he's doing with Notre Dame is a much better storyline than what Kyle McCord's doing with Ohio State.
True.
So yeah, I don't have Marv on this list. No, Ohio State players, I hate to say it, we're officially done with the Heisman. It is all about the team this season. We're all about making the natty. That's no individual awards this year. We're not up for any.
Okay. All right. NFL.
And you
already got my piece.
Pratt's been playing all year. He'd be number 1, but.
All right. So my piece with the AFC South, which by the way, I think that's just incredible that everybody is 2-2.
Most entertaining division.
Literally is the most. You have Anthony Richardson, fucking great to watch. You have CJ Stroud, who actually might be the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Hey, you said it. I didn't say it.
The Jaguars, who somehow just kind of suck, and the Titans, who suck but don't suck, but
Vrabel's
suck.
a great coach.
Yeah, there you go. That's the best way to put it.
What everyone says. It's just Vrabel. I mean, they win the coaching matchup every week.
First thing to shout out out of any game this week. Stephon Diggs touchdown celebration.
So there were multiple touchdowns, but I think I know what you're referring to. But I'll let you speak on behalf of it.
We're talking the first one. We're talking Stone Cold Steve Austin touchdown.
Yeah. Also, quick side note, quick little relationship. So on Thursday Night Football, Lions were obviously playing in Lambeau. Amon-Ra hit a Lambeau leap, and a Packers fan poured a beer on him. So we can kind of talk about both moments right here. So let's start with Stephon Diggs and Bills Mafia. So as a Bills player against the Dolphins, massive matchup for the division. Yeah, Stephon Diggs, if anything, shame on Bills Mafia for not giving him more beers to crush. He should have done 2 rounds of Stone Cold.
It's one of the hardest celebrations I've seen all year.
I would go so far to say arguably the hardest celebration in all of sports, arguably. Up there with the Tebowing. But yeah, it's definitely between one of those two. But I just want to say, Stephon Diggs smashing the beers together, that got me hyped also as a Stephon Diggs fantasy guy. But I was hyped seeing that. You were obviously hyped to see your baby boy. But now let's talk about the Amon-Ra beer incident. So Lions, Packers, division rivals, obviously a lot of history there. Thursday night in Lambeau. If I believe that was Jordan Love's first primetime start.
Yeah.
Maybe wrong on that. Regardless,
maybe. I really don't know.
Big start for Jordan Love, and the Lions go out there and fucking slaughter them. Now, Amon-Ra jumping into the stands, I love the pettiness. I'm also a USC guy, so I'm obviously team Amon-Ra.
Yeah, and your brother helped him through.
Made him an academic All-American.
Yeah.
No, not helped, made him
Made him
All-American. Regardless, I'm team Amon-Ra. But I just want to say, don't hit a Lambeau leap like in a Packer fan section and expect good things to happen. I don't think Amon-Ra complained or anything. Amon-Ra is not the type of person to be like, kick this fan out of the stands for pouring a beer on me. But I just want to say, hey, I'm not defending the Packers fans. I personally wouldn't pour a beer on a player unless it was a Michigan player. But yeah, Amon-Ra, I kind of feel like, hey.
Well, I don't know. After the game, I saw him blowing kisses to. I saw him blowing kisses to some Packers fans, flipping him off. So maybe it was the same guy. But...
I also did see some Amon-Ra signed jerseys where he signed Amon-Ra St. Brown, then underneath, fuck the Packers.
Yeah, I do love his.
Yeah, I love it.
His hatred for them. It's great.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, but you were talking about a team in my division. I'm going to talk about one in yours now. Okay, the Chiefs.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about the Broncos, but okay,
no, we'll get to that. But the Chiefs. So
was I wrong on the Broncos being good this year? Boy, was I wrong.
Fuck you, Sean Payton. Yeah. So Zach Wilson's actually played well yesterday. I'm gonna say it's because Aaron Rodgers was in the building. I'm gonna say it's because Aaron Rodgers is his first time back.
Well, okay, also,
so that's what I'm saying.
Hey, I mean, Donna Kelsey was in the building. So Zach Wilson.
She was also there.
Kelsey's mom.
But what I'm going to say is it's completely unprofessional and unacceptable for the game to be refereed the way in which it was, and for the NFL after the fact that people were like, "This clearly is."
Wait, are you talking about the game?
Yes.
Oh, who the fuck? So, guys, Taylor was there again.
Oh yeah, right. Grant's a big Swiftie.
You were watching the game.
Grant had a camera that was just the Taylor Swift cam. I don't know what station he was on, but it literally was just Taylor Swift.
No, I found an alternate stream. It was illegal. It was just the Taylor cam. Yeah, someone hacked into that specific camera's live feed, and I just saw the stream of Taylor the whole game. I just want to say also, Patrick Mahomes' wife, Taylor Swift, do not get along. Mm-mm.
Yeah, she doesn't like the fact she's not getting attention right now. But what I'm saying is it's unacceptable and unprofessional for the game to be refereed the way it was down the stretch. And the NFL immediately afterwards, when people are criticizing it for being like, hey, this kind of seems like it's rigged. Because I mean, we'll bring this up and we'll talk about it right now, actually. You can't have a ref standing there watching an interception, waiting for it to happen, and then immediately throw the flag once he sees that happening and then call holding like from 20 seconds before that happened. You can't have a Chiefs player on a massive drive holding a lineman for a solid 35 seconds with no flag, and then you get a 22-yard game for a first down. Like, it's unacceptable. So when you have those issues and then the NFL goes and puts on their social media accounts, yeah, the Chiefs are 2-0 as Swifties. And like they're like
in the bio.
And they're like, oh, we had such a fun time with you last night, in their bio with like their banner being pictures of Taylor Swift. Like that's completely unprofessional for a company to be doing.
I'll get into the Taylor Swift portion in a second, and how if I was CFO of the NFL right now, I'd be getting the biggest promotion of all time. However, before we get into that, let's first talk about the Chiefs and the refs. So a lot of people are being like, oh, Taylor Swift's there. Of course, they're gonna rig it for the Chiefs. No. It's been rigged.
No, it's been rigged. It's been rigged. It's just more obvious right now.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't know. Last year, week 2, Chargers in Arrowhead, Thursday night football, first ever Thursday night football. I believe Chargers were up like 10-3 at one point. It's a critical third down near the end of the first half, and Marquez Valdez-Scantling tripped Asante Samuel Jr., and Asante Samuel Jr. was called for pass interference. Marquez Valdez-Scantling tripped Asante Samuel, and Asante Samuel was called for defense pass interference.
Yeah, I can't wait for my experience next week.
Don't
when I play them.
Because I know your relationship with the refs, and if you thought Washington was bad,
my like carotid artery might actually fucking burst.
Oh, it will.
Get the obituary ready.
Oh, you thought a Madison fumble can make you mad? Get ready from when
If
they overturn a Vikings touchdown to a Vikings safety. All right.
what I
Get
will
ready.
say, is this
ready.
past game on for the Panthers game, there was some buffoonery going on the Vikings side to start the game. We threw a 99-yard pick six. I had to listen to the game because I was at work. My health and my like stress when that happened was more marginally lower than what it was when I was actually watching the game. So maybe for my own sake, I just have to listen. I can't watch it because I might actually like blow my entire fucking system.
Yeah. You're not gonna have a good time.
I'm not having a good time.
Yeah,
Straight up, not
Mr.
having a good
Mackey
time.
right now. You're not gonna have a good time.
Not gonna have a good time.
But I did want to say though, one quick little fun fact I've read. In the game last night, Sunday Night Football, the Chiefs Jets game, they averaged 27 million viewers. That was the average amount of viewers for that broadcast. Second most average viewers for any live TV broadcast this year other than the Super Bowl. Now, if I have this correctly, I believe the average Sunday Night Football broadcast in viewers is around 10 million. They did 27.
You're telling me that they just wanted to watch Zach Wilson that much?
Oh, Zach Wilson is the reason everyone tuned in 100%.
No. Yeah, he is. He is the reason.
Let's just say that was crazy. The amount of views that was ridiculous. Okay.
I also one thing that I'm going to just say, remember last week we were talking about how the locker room for the Jets, the defense, like players were really pissed off with Robert Saleh for supporting Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
How do you think they feel right now? It's a little gray area right now. I wouldn't know what the fuck to be doing after that performance from Zach Wilson, but thinking he still sucks.
Yeah, it's interesting because after that, like, you got to be sitting there just like, hey, he's not the reason we lost today. Well, you can say to a degree at the end, but from what everyone expected going into that game, oh my God, Zach, this is game of your life.
I also just like, I don't like blaming.
I mean, he isn't the guy, don't get me wrong, but it's like,
no.
Hey, like,
but you know what? Let's talk about who the guy for a team for a second. Justin Fields.
Okay.
He actually had a really good game. And then the Bears do what the Bears do.
Say about that. Yeah, I think at one point Justin was
15 for 15.
Yeah, 15 for 15. Like literally making every fucking throw, did not fuck up. Then the second half is when it started to unravel. He had a bad fumble. Everett, a bad.
I did see that. Yep.
Where I sat there, I'm like, oh fuck, it's happening again. Oh God, they're gonna choke a 28-7 lead. And then I saw that first fumble. I'm pretty sure they scooped and scored. I was like,
yep.
All right, response drive here. Like, it sounds a little crazy. You're up 2 scores in the second half. But shit, if you guys don't score here, oh God, and they didn't. And then Broncos get the ball back again. It was at the end of the game, though, what kind of hurt me. Justin Fields, he had a pick or a turn or just a bad play. I forget exactly. I mean, he probably had everything that I just said, like all in the second half. But one of those instances occurred where he fucked up bad. And I thought it was really interesting seeing the Chicago Bears play call for the rest of the game afterwards. It honestly seemed like the Chicago Bears saw Justin make one mistake and they were like, okay, done. Now we're handing the ball off. Now you're not allowed to play football anymore. Now we're done shutting it down.
I don't understand the ineptitude by the coaching staff there, by that friend. Like, it makes no sense to me.
It's a 4th and 1 on the 25 going in. You could
literally the Bears should be the first team in the NFL to implement the system they had in like the flag football league with Johnny Manziel, where the fans choose the plays.
Oh, the fan controlled league.
Yeah.
It's just with them. That's
what they should do.
It's 4th and 1. You're on the 25-yard line. You have Justin Fields. You have a running back at quarterback. Now, I don't know about you, Everett, but 4th and 1, I'm not saying sneak it, but Justin Fields has to be carrying that ball on 4th and 1. What else? Why is he there if he's not carrying that ball?
Why is DJ Moore there if you're not fucking learning how to throw a forward pass too? Like,
well, ironically, he actually did well last week.
He had a good game last week.
He was like, "Do I start DJ Moore?" I'm like, "Nah, you're done with him." And of course, he does well this week. But like, DJ Moore, like, all right, I don't even really need to talk about DJ. It's just holy shit, they took the ball out of Justin's hands on that 4th and 1.
It's also like the Bears right now hold the 1st and 2nd overall picks because the Panthers also suck.
Yes.
As a fan of a team,
0-0 for teams.
They're the only 0-4 teams, which, by the way, for a second I thought the Vikings were going to also be.
Survive and move on.
But the Bears currently hold the 1 and 2 picks. As a fan of a team in the division, I will say from a talent perspective, I am absolutely terrified of them getting both Marv and Caleb. And at the other side of it, I do not care at all because it is the Bears. And the ineptitude in that franchise
second side
literally ruins any single player you could ever have. If Patrick Mahomes was on that team, he would have been out of the league probably 2 years ago. Yep. And I also just hate to see it because I really want to see Caleb Williams and Marv do really well in the NFL. I just don't want them on the Bears, and 2, I don't want their careers ruined by the Bears. The nice thing is I did see it reported earlier today that Caleb Williams said that there were only 5 teams that he would want to play for and that he has the ability to choose what team he wants to play for.
I think it's crazy that he's coming out and saying this shit. Like, dude, what?
It's definitely some bullshit. I'm going to say
he's already saying this. There's only 5 teams I'm playing for.
It's definitely some bullshit from it's definitely some bullshit from a bullshit source, but the source stated that there's only 5 teams he'd come about and play for, and he can make that decision because he can make so much money playing college football. He basically gets to choose where he wants to go. So the 5 teams are the Raiders, the Vikings, the Giants, the Niners, and the Cowboys. So that's where apparently Devontae Adams. I mean, Las Vegas, pretty lucrative.
Hey, I'm calling it right now. Devontae Adams getting his ass shipped off to Kansas City by week 8. Calling it now. It's going to be the worst.
Remember last year we had that. Remember last year we had that clip. Remember last year we had the clip where you're like, yeah, you know what would break the fucking league? Tom Brady announces he's getting divorced. Next day, Devontae Adams traded to the Buccaneers. No. We fucked it up. We were 1 year too early.
Too early.
1 year too early. It's Patrick Mahomes and his wife gets divorced because of the attention Taylor Swift's getting, and then the next day, Devontae Adams has been traded to the Kansas City Chiefs.
That ruined my life.
Or it would be actually more realistic is the report is Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are now engaged, and the next day Devontae Adams is shipped out to Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, I was also thinking like when Kelce and Taylor break up, like first Fire album. I mean, that thing's going to be fucking amazing. Okay. That's going to be one of the greatest albums ever. But part 2, and I'm assuming this breakup will happen going into next season. Travis Kelce might put up the greatest season of all time post breakup. It literally might be the greatest NFL season of all time.
Or it's one of 2 things are going to happen. All right. This is one
career
of the
over or career revived.
This is the script. 50. This is the NFL script. All right. It is Travis Kelce breaks up with her and has the greatest season ever seen by a tight end ever next season. Or the Chiefs win the Super Bowl this year. Travis Kelce gets engaged to Taylor Swift, walks out into the sunset. Done.
Things can happen.
Things can happen. All right. To end the episode, I got 2 in-season wish lists here, which we'll wrap up with.
Sorry. I just had to say one last thing. Khalil might get a casual 6 sacks.
Rest in peace, Aiden O'Connell. I don't want to hear any slander about him. Dude had
you don't want to hear any slander? I think there's another man in the Raiders, not executive, but there's another person on the Raiders who, probably shouldn't be shit talking their rookie quarterback who has to go up against a all-pro. I was about to say Hall of Fame. Correcting myself there. Going up against an all-pro edge rusher, one of the best. used to be one of the best in the league, who has revenge out and blood out for the Raiders. After the game, fucking Josh McDaniels shat all over Aiden O'Connell. If only our quarterback just had a little bit better pocket presence. It's not college anymore. Things are a little. He shat on Aiden O'Connell for that. What? Aiden O'Connell looked really good in my eyes. Obviously,
Josh McDaniels needs to get fired. He needs to get fired.
Yeah, that's why I was really shocked when you said Caleb said maybe the Raiders. Like, are you seeing that shit? Are you seeing?
I think he's intending that Josh McDaniels gets fired.
And I mean, Mark Davis, there were videos of Raiders fans literally outside of his box at SoFi being like, "Sell the team, fuck you, Mark." Like, they're a mess.
Yikes.
Raiders are a mess.
All right. In-season wish list. Giants. We're doing Giants.
This is fun.
Right.
I like this. Giants.
All right. Hope your offensive line gets healthy. Hope Saquon comes back ASAP. Hope Kayvon Thibodeau isn't a bust. Improve the entire defense. Hopefully get some turnovers. Let me read that. Hopefully get some turnovers. Stop getting flagged. And bring the Ghostbusters in to remove the ghosts at MetLife Stadium.
First thing I just want to point out, not really breaking news, but Saquon Barkley has officially been listed as inactive tonight for Monday night.
Yeah.
Poor timing on that one.
Well, no, the perfect time. Perfect timing. Actually, perfect timing.
I'm surprised no Danny Dimes comment though. Well, what can you really do? He already has his money. I mean,
kind of have to accept it.
I mean, it's like
nothing in season. Nothing in season. Nothing in
like,
season. There's nothing in season you can really do.
Yeah, and you know who he is, so you can't hope for improvement. That's not a possibility. So I mean, yeah.
All right. Next team.
I also just heard from a source that Big Thibodeau is
not good. Well, hey, if we throw it back to literally the second ever TikTok we ever made, Grant has a great story going into that draft on Kayvon Thibodeau and what he thought about it. And specifically stated we thought he'd be a bust.
Stay away.
Stay away.
Hey, I mean, the full story, it'll come out. It'll come out eventually, but like, let's just say I actually think now the thing I did with Kayvon, I think the NFL's cool with it now.
Yeah, they probably would be cool with it, but it does make a lot more sense now with the way he's playing.
Yeah.
All right. Last list.
Boy, come on, Kayvon. We got bigger fish to fry.
Falcons in-season wish list. Hope Arthur Smith realizes the forward pass was invented. Utilize more play action passes. Hope Taylor Heineke does what Taylor Heineke does. And hope your offensive line blocks better.
Potential, stop giving the ball to Algier.
They've been, he's not the problem. He's not the problem.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
So I'm not too concerned over that. But it's interesting. So anyways.
Real quick, just last thing on the Falcons. If I have this correct, I believe this past week someone was floating around or asked the Falcons, would you be interested in trading Kyle Pitts? And whoever
they said no.
Was quote, lol, no, haha. Kyle Pitts this year, Everett has.
You know what? I'll also let me just add one thing. It's gonna suck for you to have to go back and do this, but hope you start using Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
That
was also kind of implied with the the forward pass, but
just cut it in there a little bit,
I just want to say, guess who the leading receiver on the Atlanta Falcons?
Jonnu Smith.
You can't make this shit up. Number 2's Bijan. Drake London? Who the hell is that guy?
Doesn't exist. All right, with that,
they really spent a top 5 pick on Pitts and a top 10 on London, and they're just not on.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening. Rate us 5 stars. You can find us on Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and on Instagram at Waterboy Pod. We post new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday on Spotify, other podcast platforms, and YouTube. You don't want to miss it. We post new TikToks every Tuesday to Sunday. You can follow me and Grant on Twitter at Everett6 and at Waterboy Grant. Make sure to follow our Instagram. We're putting up new graphics. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Waterboys out.